Hi folks, my name is Ronan Kennedy. I'm a career coach and business mentor, and today I wanted to answer some questions that I've got on my YouTube channel. Sometimes it's hard to go back through all the comments and questions and read everything, but I do my best. So today I'm going to go back through some of the questions I've been asked recently. So Claudia has asked, how does one leave their job if it's unsafe at work? So I suppose there's a couple of questions. If it's unsafe physically because of machinery or any dangerous equipment or anything like that, that's one thing. And if it's unsafe because of people or threats or other sort of danger, that's another thing. I suppose if it's unsafe physically because it's dangerous machinery and so on, I suppose speaking to the health and safety person is a really good idea to make sure you can work as safely as possible. If it's unsafe because of policies, procedures, or other people, or you feel you're in danger in any way, the best thing to do is to create opportunities for yourself elsewhere, because probably you've tried to fix it internally already. Probably you've tried to talk to people or you've tried to resolve it. So really, I would say the best thing to do is really get a strong understanding of your skills, your abilities, your knowledge, your experience, and then look for opportunities where you can use them elsewhere. When you create an abundance of opportunities and you can go to other jobs, then you have the opportunity to choose where you go and choose where you work. So really, I would encourage you, Claudia, to get really clear on your skills, your abilities, your education, and the value you can bring to another organization. I hope that helps. Moving on, Rhyme has asked, how can employees learn to push out their managers instead of their managers pushing them out? He says, it makes me so mad seeing managers who make way more than lower level employees. Pushing out managers is very difficult, and I'm not sure if it's the best idea. Really, if you try to push someone out and you fail, then you get into all sorts of complicated issues in terms of like the politics of the organization. I think it's in your best interest to go about proving that you're doing the best work possible so that it just becomes obvious for you to be promoted. So how can you do this? Well, firstly, work really hard, show up on time, build good relationships, de-escalate conflict if it comes up, help out other people. And don't get me wrong, I know all of these are like difficult things to do and it's not easy, but this is what people moving up in organizations are doing. They're building lots of good relationships internally. They're helping people out. They're adding value to other people. And what you do in that situation, Ryan, is you become a linchpin. A linchpin is someone who's so valuable to everyone else that when they look to be promoted or they look to take on or they look to get more money or anything like that, it's because they're so important to the organization and everyone around them, it just becomes like a much easier decision for the management to make, that this person is so valuable, we have to push them up, we have to give them more money, we have to give them better conditions, or whatever it is that you're looking for. So I think that's a good place to start. Now, you could turn around to me and say, well, Ronan, I've tried all of those things and they're not working for me. Like, I've tried to add value, I've tried to be diplomatic, I've tried to de-escalate conflict, I've tried to help out other people, I've done all those things, it hasn't worked. In that case, I think probably it's best to move to an organization that does appreciate you for all the good things you're doing, for all the value you bring in, for all the help that you're giving other people, and the impact that you're making on the customers or the clients or wherever it is that you're helping out. So I hope that helps. And best of luck. Make sure you always take care of yourself as well, so that you can do the best work you can do and you can be happy and have a nice lifestyle and so on. Moving on, Sleepy Shores has asked, what's the best excuse or reason to tell a good manager if I want to resign after 11 months and I still have some minor projects to deliver? I basically want to focus on my mental health and hate the job that I'm doing. So I think if you want to tell a good manager that you're moving on, the best thing to do is just be really honest and open with them. Say that you liked working with them, that you enjoyed the projects that you worked on, that you want to make sure there's a smooth handover from you to the next person, and that it's not personal to them, that really this is just a difficult decision that you've had to make. You've thought about it a long time and you've just decided that this is the best next step forward for you. if they try to negotiate with you, or if they ask you any follow-up questions, make sure you're really clear on what you want to say so that you don't find yourself getting pulled back into a situation you don't want to be in. It's kind of like if you're breaking up with someone in a romantic relationship, people would often say, it's not you, it's me. And really what that means is it's about your values, it's about your priorities, and it's not about upsetting them or hurting them. So really, how can you make sure that you're going to transition your projects over to them as smoothly as possible? Make sure that they feel they've done a good job and that you're not leaving them, you're just going on to something better. So essentially, to summarize, it's not about leaving them or the situation or the company or the job or the customers. It's about going to something that suits you better so that you can do your best work. I hope that answer helps and gives you some ideas. So this is one about video introductions for job applications. Should the video be one shot or full of edits? So should you shoot the video in one complete shot or edit it and chop it down so it's as concise as possible? I think generally speaking, it's good to do it in one shot. It's good to do it in one shot because firstly, it's quicker and more efficient for you. But also it's really more about just introducing yourself, communicating your interest in the organization and telling them why you'd be a good fit. The only exception is if you're going for like a video editing position. In that case, it's probably best to really show why demonstrate how you're a good video editor and how you can offer a ton of value to them. So I hope that has helped. Let's see, what's the next one? What do you think the ideal length of a video introduction should be? So I think 1 to 2 minutes, no more than 2 minutes really, because you're not trying to answer a bunch of questions and give them, your whole life story. You're really just trying to introduce yourself to them and make sure that they understand who you are, where you're coming from, why you're interested in working for them, and just give them a little bit sense of who you are, what sort of person you are, and what you'd be like to work with. So I hope that makes sense. The next one is about the video introductions from David Ramirez. Can we see the video introduction, or can we see a video introduction as a replacement for the motivation letter? I think, David, it's probably best to still write the cover letter, because if some companies only assess your application on the cover letter, we want to make sure that we provide that as well. The video introduction is just a way of adding a little bit extra on, and probably something that not many people do. So thanks for your questions. If you have other questions and you write to me in the comment section, I can do another, if you guys find this useful, I can do another video like this and answer those follow-up questions. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.